Hey Ian, my name is Keith, and I'm a 35-year-old software engineer from Ohio. Thanks so much for running this contest. It's rather coincidental, actually, for me at least. I've watched countless videos of yours, but a couple weeks ago, one video in particular really saved the day, and it changed my playing and honestly me as a musician. I'm probably going to run over the 3 minutes, but this is truly special to me, and I really want the opportunity to share the story with you. So, obviously the world's been a bit crazy for a while. It's impacted everyone differently. But one of the most difficult things for me was the rift and distancing that it caused in my family. I haven't seen them in well over a year at this point, and it's definitely affected us all. The isolation, the uncertainty, the mixed opinions and information, just everything. Anyway, amidst all that, my brother had picked up the drums and he started getting together with my dad on a regular basis just to jam. Instead of loathing about not being able to be there and share those experiences, I tried to be positive and come up with the idea of collaborating virtually to write some songs that we would later play and record together. Not only would we have all those memories of the creative process, but in the end we would have some recordings that we could all cherish. So fast forward a couple weeks, and there we were. We had the beginnings of a pretty cool classic rock tune, and we all had contributed to it, and then the hammer dropped. My dad made the comment about being super excited to hear this killer blues rock solo that I was going to come up with. It hit me like a ton of bricks. We had this cool thing going, we were all vibing to it, but I had never written a solo in my life. I've played for over 20 years, but most of that time has just been playing the same old Guns N' Roses songs over and over again, and just the things that we play when we get together on occasion. So after failing for 4 solid evenings in a row, I felt like I couldn't pull it off. I felt defeated. I was afraid of letting everyone down and not being able to do my part. So out of complete desperation, I went to YouTube and searched how to write a guitar solo. Super generic, but one of the first videos that popped up was your how to write a really good guitar solo with no theory. I didn't read the description, I just immediately started watching it. With Slash being my favorite player and my biggest inspiration on the guitar, as soon as you said this is how you think he might go about writing his melodic solos, I was hooked. So I watched the video, then I watched it again, and I went straight into the studio. No exaggeration, within an hour, I had written my first solo for a song that I was writing with my family, and I was just absolutely beaming with pride. I was over the moon. I started firing off text messages and MP3s, like I just couldn't be happier. So I've rambled on long enough. Thanks for staying with me. You shared yours, so here's my hidden verse that gave the underlying structure and the phrasing for my solo. The title of this track is Escape, since my dad said that's what music really is to him. So given that it's a higher energy song, I focused on the feelings of freedom and breaking loose, along with the more somber theme to kind of balance it out. And here's what I came up with. Freedom, I'll reclaim my freedom. It's time for me to escape. I'll spare you my singing, and it took me a couple takes, but translated to guitar, here's how that comes out. And the next line is, spending all my time running circles in life, yet none of us know when we'll be saying goodbye. Which came out like this. All right, once I had that, I was in the zone and the rest just fell out. I used some other techniques that you've talked about in different videos or in your blues solo video, like call and response. I built toward the climax by hearkening back to a variation of some of the earlier phrases. And of course I ended with some epic bends. So I think it would be cool to end this video with my original recording I sent to everyone. Hopefully you can hear the hidden verse and all my phrasing. But thanks again for the contest. Thank you so much for all the free content that you take the time to put out on YouTube. Hope all is well. Take care.